friends, I'm the vegan double chocolate cake. That means a cake with two chocolate layers. First the crust with chocolate. That's usually I don't do that. I just put nuts and dates together in a crust, and then I put the filling. I'm a double chocolate cake. That means I put chocolate in the crust and a layer with chocolate on top too. So this is my spring form, and you see it's a little bit larger than usual, more than 20 centimeters, and I will have a thin chocolate cake. I layered it with, as you can see, parchment paper. Just if I get it's easier for the dough, for the cake to get out. Wait a minute. So yeah, now it's correct. Yeah, I begin very simple with the crust. The only thing is different today. It's two things. I have hazelnuts, a little bit more special than the almonds. I just wanted to try something new. The food processor fitted me S-blade. That's the perfect tool to make a raw food crust. And I begin always with the nuts, because that is a little bit faster. Put the dates afterwards. And we go. The hazelnuts are a little bit softer, so it goes a little bit faster. But now I need some more time for the dates. I have 20 dates here or so, good amount. It's a little bit sweeter than usual. The dates have been pitted, of course, and they are medium size, so you decide how sweet you want to have it. And I put some cacao powder in there to make it a little bit chocolatey. It's basically, the chocolate is basically nuts and cacao. That's basically chocolate. You can sweeten it with the dates here, and to make it a cream, I show you when the first layer comes. So I put the cacao in, so it's nuts, dates, cacao. Very simple. I said to do it. I show you now. Here, it takes a little bit longer with hazelnuts. You see the dough comes up on the sides, so I have to help it come down, turn over a little bit, and that's not a problem. And then you have to check here, is that a sticky dough? Now I can press it together and it keeps together, it's sticky. So that is sticky. If I go on and on processing, it gets a marzipan. I don't want that. I want to have a little bit of fluffiness. It should be light. So I have to stop at a certain point. And that's the only thing you have to be aware of. When to stop, not to do it too long. And that's different with every nut. When the nut is fresher, there is more water in the nut. Then it gets faster. You're faster. The nuts is more dry. It takes longer. But soaking the nuts I wouldn't do, because then you have it pretty watery, and that's not really nice. Then you have very sticky. So but here I've had 2 cups of hazelnuts for this large spring form. This still, I think the dough will not be, the crust will not be too thick. No, it's a pretty okay, but I have to use some more for the large crust, for the large spring form. But I will not make it too thick, because it's a chocolate cake after all. It's very heavy. It's raw, and raw usually is light, but a lot of fat in there, so it is still heavy for a live food. It's still not comparison if you eat a baked cake, baked regular bakery in the oven. That is really heavy, I guess. Usually, to me at least. But the raw food cakes, okay. So after having spread the sticky dough evenly, I can begin to press it down, and I will do that for a while now, and I come back in a moment and show you when it's done. It has to be thoroughly, otherwise it falls apart when I cut pieces. That's my crust. Show you. It looks nice. And it's very different with the hazelnuts. It's really a difference. And the cacao also. It takes a lot more time. Here, so you see, it's maybe a centimeter. It's a pretty thick crust, so it's a chocolate layer. Yeah, though a little bit marzipan-y chocolate. So I put that aside for a while I make the filling. And that's also easy. I try to reduce it to the minimum of ingredients, because I can take a little bit of refinements, but what I need here is basically, again, nuts and cacao. And I use cashews this time because here it's a little bit darker and the chocolate layer I want a little bit lighter. So I have a lot of cashews here that makes it very light. Imagine you have a milk chocolate, and you use cashew milk, then the chocolate gets lighter. If you have less nuts, you get more dark chocolate. This will be lighter, but still dark, not white. So to get the cashews blended, now I begin with the first trick. I use bananas to make it lighter, creamier. And I have 3 bananas here for maybe 2 cups or 1.5 cups of cashews, 3 bananas. And it's easy, with the bananas, easier to get the cashews blended. Otherwise, blending cashews just without water, that wouldn't be easy, might be difficult. So I use the bananas to get going. And to make it sweeter, I put also some dates in it, here. And the dates go in from the very beginning because they are pretty firm and they could be difficult to blend afterwards. They may be stained pieces from dates when I blend the cashews first, then come the dates afterwards, then it might be a little bit not so creamy. And to make sure it works, I will begin with a little bit of water, but just a drop, that's only for the blender, for the bananas are soft. With a little bit of water, the grip is easier. Not too much water, because otherwise the chocolate will be too runny. It should be firm afterwards. So blender dance. That looks perfect. Yeah, the little bit of water was good. As you can see, it's already pretty creamy, but you can see here are some small pieces of dates. Very small, that's okay. They're almost, you don't feel it. Because I will now blend it one more time, and this would be just a cream with cashew nuts and dates and bananas, so banana cashew cream. And to make it a chocolate, I have to put the chocolate into it, the cacao. And this is the cacao. Here I have 3 or 4 tablespoons for 1.5 cups of cashews and 3 bananas. I would say 4 tablespoons of cacao powder. And that is for the darkness and for the chocolate flavor, for the color. And chocolate usually has 2 parts, cacao butter and cacao powder. And they separate it usually. And they sell the cacao butter separately. Here, this is cacao butter. If you buy it, it is white. And this has been molten. And this is a little bit darker, but it's white again. If you want to make a white chocolate, you just put the white cacao butter with the nuts without the cacao powder. Then you have a white chocolate. But here I have a dark chocolate, and I put the cacao butter in the end into the nut cream, banana cream. Just to show you here, I have a water bath. Just a cup, a regular cup with hot water, and the cacao butter has to be on top. It's a powder or like a rock a little bit. You scrape it down with a big knife on a cutting board, and then you put it on a water bath, and it's melting in just minutes. Yeah, it's pretty fast, but it gets very firm afterwards. When it firms up, it gets almost like a rock. It's very hard. So I need a lot of nuts and bananas to have it softer. Yeah. So one more blending, and then it should be done. It looks so nice. Looks pretty perfect to me. I show you when it has this shape here inside the blender, then you see it's perfect. It's like a flower, a petal, you see? Then it's perfect. And then everything is creamy. You just fill it on top of the crust, and then it goes into the fridge. And tomorrow I can begin to enjoy. Yeah. So that's very easy. So it's very easy to make a chocolate cake, and I have made different chocolate cakes with layers, with different kind of chocolates, light, with fruit inside, berries or bananas or whatever. What you can also do, I thought about that first, put an avocado into the cream. Yeah, here I have only a banana, but putting an avocado and a banana in there would make it a completely different texture. Yeah, that you can try that. I have made some puddings, chocolate puddings, different ones. You can look in MD Vegan, look on YouTube. You search line, you punch in MD Vegan chocolate pudding, and you will find different kinds of easy puddings with chocolate, with cacao, with avocados, or with bananas, or with both. And then you find a different texture every time. And so I could also put here avocado in. That would make it a fluffier texture, like a pudding almost. So there's a lot of things you can try. Chocolate is a huge subject. This one is very simple, just with banana to make it light and creamy, and without an avocado. I will try that next time maybe. This time is very enough now for me. So I just shape it now regularly, that it is nice. And you might even want to serve it with berries. When the fresh berries are there, you could put some raspberries on top or so. That would be perfect. Or if you like, just enjoy as is. Yeah. I will now put a little foil on top. Yeah, a foil that it keeps in the fridge without a foil. When I put maybe a plate on top, yeah, or then the water, when it gets cold, comes up from the cake and falls down again on the cake, and they have puddles on the cake, on the surface. And that's not so nice. They're different colors, not so nice when they have water on top. So I put a little foil on top, very close, without air in between, and then you have no puddles. And this is what my cake looks like. Isn't that nice? Very simple, almost firm already. And I guess my friends, they will be happy to enjoy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, thumbs up. Maybe even subscribe. MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.